This is the K2 broadcast, and it's a 59. I really had a great time on this board. I don't think I've enjoyed a K2 board this much in many a year. It's got, a lot. It just feels like a smoother, more mellow version of the Manifest. And it's still like directional, a touch directional, as you can see, like a bigger nose than tail. But it's definitely that one board quiver kind of thing where, you can center it up, ride switch, have fun. Then on powder days, you can set it back and get some directional float. Kind of see here on the base, looks like it's cut there, but you don't even feel it. Definitely needs a wax here, but most of this is easily repairable. That blue is going to be tough to fix if you ding it. But here's the camber profile. You can kind of see it's just like the Manifest. You have this like nice bow of camber underfoot that goes back to the almost all the way or all the way to the tail. It feels like it ends a touch early and just has like a millimeter or two and just a real short amount of early rise there, and then kind of transitions up into like the nose just seems to meet the rocker perfectly, and it just feels like it's a really long nose, and it just kind of like the camber comes down here, kind of goes flat, mellow, and then just has a nice slow rise into the nose, which is great for directional setback powder riding. You can get pretty far back on board and get some really good directional float. So let's see how good. Setting it back all the way, you're looking at 22 3/4, which is better for me than the Manifest. So at 22 3/4, you're looking at 22 1/4 and just about 17 1/4. So you're looking at 5 inches back on board, which is pretty much like Freeride, kind of like where some of the Freeride boards start. You usually don't see an all mountain board like this that sets back that far, which is super cool. You can just see there's just a lot more nose going on than tail, even though it's a double ender, and it looks pretty close to being centered on, close to being like more twin-like or twin-ish, or maybe even directional twin on side cut. Hard to say, but it looks pretty good, and it was very doable switch. I had no problem taking this either direction. It's not perfect. It's not a true twin, but it's definitely good. So very versatile board. I'd say if you want a little bit more mellow ride at a lower price point with a little more directional float, I'd say you'd probably enjoy the broadcast a little more than the Manifest. I just think it's just got that kind of, fun, do anything, kind of like one board quiver kind of ride for those who kind of favor the mountain, want, some good directional float and powder, but also want, a board they can center up and have fun with. So there you have it, the broadcast. It was fun demoing this on an extended demo and comparing it to the Manifest.